Hi everyone, welcome back to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be doing my cash planning for the week of November 21st. For those of you who are just joining us, I use a zero-based cash budgeting system where every dollar of income that comes in has a specific dedicated purpose. In my monthly cash planning, I allocate which paychecks are going to be responsible for which bills for that 2-week period. And then anything left over, I then withdraw in cash and allocate to a specific envelope that then sits in a safe until I need to use it. These first categories here are in my actual wallet, so I carry those around with me all the time, and they go to zero by the end of the 2-week period. The blue ones are my sinking fund, short-term sinking fund, so things that I'm spending from less frequently, but I'm typically just always adding to. Usually once a month I purchase something in here. And then my last section here is for my long-term savings. So typically I have an idea, something I'm saving for, so I have an amount in mind that I am saving for. For example, my savings challenge, I'm trying to get to 1,200 because I want to buy a stand-up freezer. So I haven't been putting very much money in that lately, and I won't be today. As you can see, I have only $1,315 that needs to be allocated to different areas, and at least 1,000 of that, I think it's 1,050, typically goes into these categories. So I really only have about $300 to spend here. But let's get to it. I've said this before, I feel like I should just auto keep these amounts in here. Entertainment is really just if we're having a movie night and we want to get some snacks or something like that. My husband and I are both going to be getting $40. I did bring it down this week just because I want to put more into my kids' envelope. So I thought it's probably just easier to drop those down. My husband and I don't need to spend that money. It's just more for fun for us to do. I always do 700 in my food envelope, 200 in gas, and then household is getting 25 as well. So I'm going to add up all of those together. So 25. So 1,030 is what it is. So normally it's 1,050. So we are going to be taking 1,315 minus 1,030 today. So I've got $285 left over to spend. Now there are categories in here that I always put specific amounts in. For example, my medical and my subscriptions. So that takes away $100 right there. And then beauty. So this is for getting my haircut or face creams. I also have a points card. So typically this is just my hair, because my points card, I'm able to save enough with groceries and gas and stuff. So I can buy that for free with the points card. But we will minus the $25. So that leaves us with $160. And I think I'm going to put that all into kids. My kids are in hockey, and while we've paid the cash calls, registration, they've got all their equipment, we're now deep into tournament season. So we went away last weekend for my youngest. He had a tournament. And then so we had to pay for hotels and all that kind of stuff. And then in a couple weeks we have another tournament for my oldest, so I need to start saving again for this, because again we'll have hotel costs, gas to get there, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to quickly add all this stuff together to make sure I used up all the money and I didn't have any errors anywhere, which sometimes I do, because when I am talking, I am not 100% paying attention to what I am doing, but this time we got $13.50, which is great. the next part of my cash planning process is just determining the denomination so that when I go to the ATM, I can easily know exactly how many of each denomination I get. And the reason for that is because if I were to, so I have 1,300. So for example, if I just got a whole bunch of 20s, you'll see here I have 5s. And so I wouldn't be able to put the exact amount of money into each of the envelopes that I want to. So I don't know why I'm writing a 2 there. I typically try and do as high as possible. The caveat to that is my food and gas. My gas, even though it's 200, 100 of that will go to my husband, so I need to have it split into 2. And I'm not sure what my husband does, but I typically do 50 one week, 50 another week, just to spread it out. And so I like to have 50, so I make him have 50s as well. Kids, I think we can just do 3 and 1, and then we'll do 2 50s. So I need 5 100s, 8, 9, 10, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Can't remember what 15 times 20 is. 0 10s and then 3 5s. So, and I can easily say, so that's 1,000, 1,300, 1,315. So we equal out. So that is my cash planning process. Super quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Thanks, everyone.